going to visit Illinois and Ranzu. We are starting our new semester, so we need new clothes. Yeah. So let's go and see how these girls are checking out their wardrobe.
Just released some photos, so this is out of fashion. Black is not in fashion anymore. What am I gonna do?
You gotta throw it out. You gotta throw it
Everything
all
has
out.
to go.
Everything has to go.
I can't
Everything
do
has to go.
it.
Guys, didn't we go shopping?
And these are all new ones. What are you talking about? Why are you saying you don't have clothes? Oh dear, I know, but like, it's yesterday's fashion. It's not cute anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it either. I don't like this jean. It's washed out. I don't like this color of grey. You know, this shade of grey. It's just so last season. Honestly speaking, and Kim Kardashian said grey is art and black. So you know how we're so influenced by celebrities. Exactly. What they say is what we do. Guys, we need to talk.
You know, Eleanor, I realized that we buy so much clothes. Do we even know or recognize our own consumption patterns?
It's Kim Kardashian.
It's
Kim.
Kim.
Influencers.
It's the influencers, but are we buying anything for their functionality? Are
Do
we
you
just
know
buying
that
for
most
those?
of your clothes that you bought have been made in Bangladesh? Have you
No.
Or
considered?
China.
Or China.
Yeah.
Have you considered their working conditions? Have you considered the materials and where they're from?
And
The
also,
people who make them?
The people.
yes.
Yeah.
And also like the amount of money you guys bought and how much money you have wasted
Yes.
and the clothes you have wasted is a huge issue.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only between us, but it's actually a reality, like in the whole society.
Yeah, global
Like,
issue.
Yes, I think in the thing they said, like in England, people spend billions.
Oh,
on
I read
fast
the
fashion
same
clothes.
article.
Yes, and then people just wear them once, and then I'm done.
And what happens to those clothes that are now used or you don't want to use them? They get put into landfills and it's destroying the planet.
Yesterday I was cleaning up my wardrobe, right? I
Yeah.
found so many clothes. Like there were some of them, like I didn't even put them on, and I already feel like nah, I don't need them.
Actually, this reminds me of a sociological theory. Have you guys heard about symbolic interactionism?
Yeah, yeah.
You have.
Yes. I think I read something from an article. People said like actually the clothes we are wearing is also the way to represent us.
Yeah.
Like what you wear
Like
is
what we're
basically who you are.
communicating, yeah.
Yes, we
Expression.
Yes, we actually provide meanings to our clothes, and then what we're wearing now is people gonna see it, see your clothes, and then they will understand who you are.
So does that mean that our clothing influences our behavior?
100%.
And I think it's also the other way around, like what the behavior of us or what we want people to see us as gonna define like what clothes you're gonna buy. Let's say if this guy says, yeah, you know this white top, it's very popular. If you wear this,
Then
you're
that
gonna
means I'm a popular girl.
Yes, then you're gonna definitely go to get it, right? But you imagine like after 2 days, people said no, this one's is not popular anymore. Then that's where the waste comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I wear this,
Mm-hmm.
then
It doesn't show what you want
Yeah.
to show people. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a problem.
I guess that's where class comes into play. Like,
Yeah.
it's really important.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be a bit rude, but you know, like for people middle to low income people,
Yeah.
you know, like they couldn't really afford Burberry, Louis Vuitton, all
Yeah,
those
the
expensive.
high-end brands.
Exactly. So, and especially these fast fashion could actually catch the popular trend, and then they're gonna manufacture lots of these clothes.
Fast fashion like H&M.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Zara and
Cotton
Uniqlo.
On,
Yes,
Dotti.
yes. And then people would just gonna buy because it's popular. So you will probably spend like $5. You're gonna get the similar clothes as people get from Louis Vuitton.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
And that's actually the interesting thing about fast fashion is that it actually transcends class because I could be rich and still buy from H&M and be like fashion, and I
Yes.
can be poor and
but still buy the
from-
same thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
That's similar to Karl Marx and his proletariat and the bourgeoisie.
What does he say?
So Karl Marx basically says that all societies go through stages of economic development.
yeah,
Now, when we're talking about economic development, we're trying to say that these companies are only focused on a profit. Whether you're whether you're of a higher class or a lower class, it doesn't really make a difference. For them, industrialization and making a profit is their utmost.
So how are we going to be sustainable?
I don't know if you guys seen like I think in H&M they have this recycle box.
Yeah.
So basically you can just clean out your wardrobe and whatever you don't need, just put in a bag, give to them. They're gonna recycle it or reuse or make it somewhere like something else.
Useful.
Yes, and then at the same time you can get like a 15% voucher, I think. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to maintain sustainability.
And I think
we should do that as well.
Are we also going to be mindful of the brands that we buy
And the brands we
how
support.
we support and how they source their products, how it's made? Are we going to be conscious about our buying habits
Yes, definitely.
now?
I think sustainability in fashion hasn't been spoken about enough.
Yeah.
We speak about wasting plastic, we speak about wasting other environmental
But not
resources, but not clothes.
Yeah, actually, I read this article. It says like the environmental professors says that fashion's waste problem is way much bigger than other problem because there are a lot of unsold stock, and also people wear the thing and then just throw them away. So yeah, it's really a problem, and I think recycling is good, you know, but it's only a few companies doing it. I know like H&M, where else? I'm not sure about Zara.
So in
yeah.
Australia, we found that in the train stations, there are actually yellow metal boxes, yellow containers that you could drop off your second-hand clothing that you no longer want, and that gets donated to the less fortunate.
Yes.
So I think that's another way that
I think we should also stop shopping or buying stuff when it's on sale. Or say,
Yeah.
oh, it's only $5. Like, that's
But when you add up all the $5, it's gonna be a lot of money.
yeah, or it's just like a single-use item and then you throw it to the back of your cupboard or your wardrobe and you just forget about it.
And at the same time, I think when we buying all these clothes and we waste them, at the same time, we also need to think there are a lot of people who don't have money to buy clothes. The case in, let's say, Africa or Asian countries or those rural area, they can't afford clothes, but at the same time wasted a lot of clothes. So we need to make sure that we need to make our clothes like meaningful. So probably donate is really a good idea.
And also supporting brands. I think for me the biggest thing is supporting brands that
ethical.
ethical.
Yes,
Like, I know
yes.
the Cotton On Group is very particular about being very open about where their clothes are from and how much their workers are being paid. And I think Adidas and Nike are the same. And I think Adidas specifically, like, there's a couple sneakers where they are made out of plastic they found from the sea or the ocean. So I thought that was pretty cool. It shows that brands or like these big companies
environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
And also I think like even the way we act could change our behavior. Like we have this WeChat app sort of thing. Like people can trade their secondhand stuff, not only like laptop, but also there are a lot of people selling shoes or clothes. You know, I feel like a jacket, I would be very happy if I see some jacket, even if secondhand, it's fine. Or the other time, me and Eleanor, we went to that vintage shop. So everything was like actually old. Like some of the clothes were from 1970 somewhere, but it has been passed on like years and years, generations and generations. And then we can still go and buy them, you know, and we just support to protect the environment. And also, you know, we use everything we have.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So we watched a video. I think we watched it the other day about a shop that's open up where you can borrow clothes or rent out clothes. Is it something that you guys would consider?
I think for special occasions like a party,
or
wedding. Yes, that's definitely, because I mean a wedding dress or like the dress you're gonna wear in for the it's not something you're gonna wear every day. I know like H&M, they have these cheaper dresses.
Yes.
You know, you can buy and wear and then leave it there. But actually, do we really need that? Not
No.
really.
Especially because you spend so much on special occasion dresses. It's like after that you don't use it, so then why not just rent it out for the night for $30?
So I think it is a good idea for items that are less functional.
Yes.
But for items that we use every day, it might be very difficult.
Especially with hygiene.
Hygiene and but I think donating clothes and sourcing from or buying stuff from ethical brands is the way that we should go to reduce our consumption.
So we should really stop letting society dictate what we wear and what we buy,
That's so true. If we stop relying on society and start to buy things because we like them and for their functionality, I think it will really help us to be more sustainable. Don't you guys think?
Yes,
Definitely.
exactly.
I also think it would encourage other corporations to
And
be-
people.
and
People, yeah.
to be more environmentally conscious.
Yes, we're buying clothes because we need them, not just because
They look
celebrities
good.
says
Exactly,
it's nice,
yeah.
you know. Yeah, but we hope this video could be delivered to those companies and more young people, so
Yeah.
we can start sort of shifting and changing their consuming behaviors. Be
Because it all starts
yeah.
with us.
Definitely.
Yes, yes. So I think we should make a plan. We need to clean up our wardrobe and then donate them or send them to
and
those
stop
places.
buying so many
In the
clothes.
Yes,
future,
in the
yeah.
future,
What we
exactly.
did last weekend, we can't do again.
No, we have to, and we have to wear those clothes, or we return them, or we donate
Yes.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think
So, are we gonna all make a conscious effort?
yes,
more environment?
100%.
yes.